What's good, gang? We are back for another Labyrinth /UFC breakdown, full fight card prediction with your host Big Ear right here, and this time we are going down to Brazil for another 13 fight banger pay-per-view. You already know what it is. We jumping straight into it. All right, kicking off the card, you got Alessandro Costa versus Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas is a guy who's got a really nice counter right hand. He's got good boxing, good stand-up. If he can keep this fight on the feet, he's going to be doing okay. But if he gets taken down by Costa, it's going to be Costa all day. I think that probably the best play here is going to be the no distance. I see whoever wins this fight getting it done inside. One thing I don't like about Costa, though, is he is a little bit hittable, kind of chinny as well. I'll take a chance on Borjas. Give me Borjas by stoppage. Next up, you got Ismael Bonfim versus Vince Pichel. Vince Pichel hasn't fought in about a year and a half, and the guy is 41 years old. I don't like that. There's no way I can pick him here. Every time he kicks, his head is directly on the center line, and Bonfim hits way too hard to be doing that. I got Bonfim inside the distance. I think Bonfim by KO is definitely the play. Give me Ismael Bonfim right here. Yoni Barboza versus Ernesta Karakechi. This is one of those fights that's striker versus grappler, but the grappler can probably hang on the feet a little bit with the striker, but the striker's not going to be able to hang on the ground with the grappler Barboza right here. I think if Barboza gets this fight to the ground, gets it to the clinch, she can take her down. It's going to be her world all day. I think she can probably just cruise on top, man. Yeah, give me Yoni Barboza right here. Next up, you got the newcomer Mauricio Hufi versus the veteran Jamie Mullarkey. One thing I gotta say right off the top, I don't like about Jamie Mullarkey here is how hittable he is, especially against a guy who is as well-rounded and hits as hard as Mauricio Hufi. Mauricio Hufi's got great countering shots, especially very sharp with the right hand. He really likes to get it done with the boxing. He likes to put people away. Guy's a finisher. He also seems to be pretty well-rounded. He's used to people trying to take him down. He's got some good throws, good takedowns in his own right, and he's got devastating ground and pound. I got Mauricio Hufi right here. Joaquim Silva versus Drakkar Klose. Bad blood in this spot right here. Two guys who both very powerful with the hands, very explosive strikers, finishers. This could just come down to whoever lands first is going to end up putting the other guy away. So very volatile spot right here. Not a big confident spot. I just feel like Drakkar Klose a little bit cleaner with the hands. I feel like he can maybe beat Joaquim Silva to the punch a little bit, and if he does, it's going to be his night. So, yeah, I got to go with Drakkar Klose. I see him getting it done with the hands by stoppage. Give me Drakkar Klose. Next up, Elvis Brenner versus Muktabek Orolbai. I would say this is a striker versus grappler, but, I don't think a lot of people realize just how many tools Muktabek Orolbai has. This guy actually kind of underrated on the feet as well. He's got good footwork, good kicks to the body, pretty nice right hand as well, can vary it up, good shots. I think this fight's going to open some people's eyes to Muktabek Orolbai. He's a grinder. I think he's got, very good cardio. Going to have a huge cardio advantage right here. I see this being Muktabek Orolbai all day right here. He's going to be all over Brenner. Give me Orolbai inside the distance. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Yasmin Lucinda up. This fight for me comes down to striker versus striker, and just Lucindo just being younger, hungrier, faster, probably overall nastier on the feet. Kowalkiewicz, she could maybe out technique her if she can keep this fight at range, stay really, out of the wheelhouse of Lucindo. Maybe she can have some success at range, but I just see Lucindo, even if she has trouble on the feet, she can end up taking KK down, and she just has more ways to win. I got to go with Yasmin Lucinda right here. All right, up next we got Joanderson Brito versus Jackie Shore. For me, this fight, in my opinion, Jack Shore does not want any part of Joanderson Brito on the feet, man. Joanderson Brito is just way too dangerous. The guy hits too hard. He's got too many weapons, too many knees, elbows, very nasty clinch. Not that Shore's terrible on the feet by any means. It's just he's going to have a way easier time if he can get this fight to the ground. But that right there in and of itself, not going to be an easy task right there. Joanderson Brito also pretty difficult to take down. I just see Joanderson Brito having more ways to win this fight. Give me Brito. Next fight, Paul Craig versus Caio Borralho. So the bad news for Paul Craig right here is the fact that Caio Borralho is better at what Paul Craig likes to do. He's way better at it, especially with the wrestling. Huge wrestling advantage for Borralho. I see that being a key in this fight. Just a really big factor when Borralho's just going to be all over Paul Craig. Paul Craig's going to be looking to, pull something off his back, but no, I don't see that happen against a guy as high level on the ground as Borralho. I think this is Borralho all day. Man, just not a good spot right here for Paul Craig. Got to take Caio Borralho right here. Michel Pereira versus Ior Potieria up, and for me, this fight really just comes down to who's going to be having more success on the feet. Is going to determine who's going to win it, and I see that being Michel Pereira. He's going to be the sharper, faster, more technical guy on the feet. I just see him probably, just keeping this fight at range, not really letting Ior Potieria get inside, that boxing clinch range, get his power going. Ior probably puncher's chance right here, but I'm gonna have to go with the all-around better striker. And even if Potieria tried to take him down, I don't see it happening. I got Michel Pereira right here. Anthony Smith versus Vitor Petrino up. This fight right here is difficult for me to think about who's going to win it. I know everybody's going to be on Vitor Petrino right here, of course, big favorite. But I'm just not quite ready to write off Anthony Smith just yet. I think that, my thing is Vitor Petrino's never really fought a guy with as much experience as Anthony Smith. Now, it might not matter if, this guy's got huge power. If he lands on Anthony Smith, it's going to be game over. But I'm going to go ahead and ride with the old dog, man. The guy, Anthony Smith, he's been through more wars, battle-tested. I think he's ready for this. He's in shape. And he's a big mental guy, too. I think he's mentally ready for this. I'll take a big dog shot on Anthony Smith. Got a scrap right here in the co-main event. Jonathan Martinez versus Jose Aldo. So for me, I can see this fight going either way. If Jose Aldo is able to get off with his boxing, or if he's able to somehow get this fight to the ground, take the back of Martinez, I could definitely see Jose Aldo getting it done here. Same thing with Martinez. If he can get his strikes going, range, his movement, his kicks, I could see him having some success with the hands too. Yeah, I just see both these guys have a lot of different ways to win it. This fight can go any number of different ways. I am going to go ahead and ride with Jonathan Martinez here, but no confidence. Main event time, Alexandre Pantoja versus Steve Erceg. Very fun fight right here, guys. Steve Erceg is a guy that much improved, especially his stand-up boxing technique, timing, footwork. Everything's looking much improved. Alexandre Pantoja also much improved, but he's going to be looking to get this fight to the ground. If he can get it down, he's going to hold a big advantage in the grappling. But Steve Erceg can also hold his own in the grappling as well, man. So this is just going to be one of those very technical, high-pace, scramble fest. If you like a, high-action grappling fight with a lot of scrambles, very scrambly fight like that, this is going to be the fight for you, man. I think Steve Erceg, he can pull it out, but I just eventually see Alexandre Pantoja getting to the back, probably sinking in the rear naked choke, but it wouldn't surprise me if Erceg actually pulled it out, man. But give me Alexandre Pantoja right here. And if you made it this far, guys, a massive shout out to you. As always, be sure to subscribe to the MMA Clown Show on YouTube for the craziest live streams, the most entertaining sports content, and the very best MMA prediction competitions. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Barnacle boy, barnacle boy, barnacle boy, barnacle boy.